What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another one. In this video, I'm going to be talking about dominance and why a lot of you guys struggle with being dominant in a relationship. And I really think the reason why you struggle with being dominant in a relationship is because of how you look at the dynamic, right? You looking at a lot of you guys just pedestalize women. I'ma just put it out there like that, and I'm just being honest. A lot of you guys pedestalize women because women got that thing, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? She got that hot pocket, you know what I mean? She got that, whatever you want to call it, that apple pie, whatever you call it in your area or in your life, whatever that thing is, she has it. And so a lot of us men, we pedestalize a woman because she has that thing, right? Now, she might got a good body to go along with it. And so now that adds to the reason as to why we pedestalize. But what happens is, guys, the reason that you can't be dominant is because of the fact that you're pedestalizing that. See, look, this is the thing that you have to understand when it comes to relationships, guys, relationships, okay? You, as the man, you provide the woman with access to your resources, right? So as the man, you're providing or allowing that woman access to the things that you have. It doesn't just have to be like materialistic things or monetary things, just having access to you. But you guys are not really understanding that just as much as a woman is going to want to have access to you, your resources, is just as much as you as a man wanting to have access to her resource, which is her body, right? Let's just be real. The woman provides access to her body. You provide access to your resources. So here's the thing. A lot of you guys are not comfortable with the resources that you have for whatever reason. A lot of you guys think that the resource has to be money. A lot of you guys think, the resource has to be you know, buying her things or whatever like that. A lot of you guys are not comfortable enough within yourself to realize and to understand that you yourself, right? Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, the whole package could be the thing. But here's the thing, a lot of you guys are not where you want to be in those areas. And so you don't have confidence to be dominant in a relationship. You're looking at her like, wow, she's allowing me access to her, so I have to put up with anything and everything, in order for me to have access to her. You're not looking at yourself as like, wow, well, I provide certain things that she wants, and therefore I can demand or require a certain behavior from her in order for her to get access to the things that I have. Y'all are not looking at it like that. You guys are simply looking at it where she's giving you access to her, and so I have to put up with anything and everything that she puts out in order for me to get access to her. And that's all the way wrong. Okay, guys, you got to build yourself up and understand that you are, or at least you should be, in a position where you're providing something. See, here's the thing. If you're not in a position where you're providing something, and I'm not talking about money, right? But you have to have something that she wants. Guys, if you're in a position where you're dealing with a woman or women and you don't have something that they want, you'll never be able to dominate. Imagine you trying to tell a woman, hey, I don't put up with this, or hey, I don't deal with that, or that's a deal breaker, or this is a boundary, or blah, 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 whatever it is. And she looking at you like, okay, if we break up or if I stop dealing with you, what am I going to lose? You understand what I'm saying? The woman has to feel as though she's going to lose something if she doesn't move accordingly. Y'all get what I'm saying? See, the reason why you're not in a position where you can demand certain things is because she has that thing. And you know that if you don't move accordingly, you're not going to have access to that thing. Guys, as soon as you're able to take a woman off of a pedestal, you'll be able to dominate the relationship. As long as, I don't care how good she look. I don't care if you might be into baddies or whatever. I don't know. But it doesn't matter how good she look. It doesn't matter how good it feel. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be able and willing to lose it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be able and willing to walk away from whatever it is. Access to her. You know what I'm saying? That good old feeling that you get when you up in that hot pocket or whatever the situation is. You have to be able and ready and willing to lose it. But because if you're not, you're always going to be a slave to whatever it is that you fear. And if you fear losing access to her, then you will become a slave to her and you'll never be able to dominate the situation. Listen, dominating a relationship is not about control. It's not about bossing a woman around. It's not about bullying a woman around or anything like that, right? It's more so about influence. Are you able to influence the woman, right? And the way that you influence a woman is being able to properly lead. And the only way that you can properly lead is, number one, you have to have confidence. You have to have confidence. And when you do not have confidence, guys, I'm telling you right now, it's bad business all the way around for you. You'll never be able to dominate in a situation. Guys, in order for you to have any type of illusion of control in a situation, you have to have the woman's influence, right? You can't control a woman if she does not allow herself to be controlled by you. Now, I know the word control is, I don't know, one of those words, nobody, control, ain't nobody gonna control me, okay? Influence, whatever word you want to use, right? But it's strictly voluntary on her behalf. And there are going to be certain things that influence or have an effect on whether or not, or your level of influence on that woman. And again, if that woman does not feel as though she's going to lose something of value if she doesn't either follow your lead or behave in an appropriate manner or whatever, then you'll never be able to dominate that situation, period, point blank. You can't be a nothing. You can't be like a dude that's not coming to the table with anything and think that you're going to be able to influence this woman. It has to be something. Like I said, it doesn't have to be money and things of that nature, but you have to be that dude. And if you're not that dude in her eyes, it's going to be problematic, guys. So leverage is the key. Influence is the key. But the most important thing is you'll never, ever, ever, remember this, you'll never be able to dominate a woman if you have that woman on a pedestal. Period. You're always going to become a slave. You're always going to be a slave to that woman until you take her off of that pedestal. So understand this. If you are afraid to lose a woman, you'll never be able to dominate that situation. All right, guys, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.